Hello and welcome to Stage 5 of the Formula One Pirelli British Grand Prix. I am driving my McLaren with driver level 4, principal level 8, and 0 tuning so far. We'll see how today goes. And first thing I want to show you is that 0 grace. Now you fail the millisecond you go off track, so can't do any cutting to make up time. So we'll just have to see how this goes. For this particular stage, I got to get in 2,000 meters of drafting, and of course, as we've seen before, these really aren't actual meters. Like, watch this counter go. Once I get behind him, it just starts going so incredibly fast. Now he's going ridiculously slow, as I finally discovered. I have never noticed this before, but in these partial laps, bots drive in formation and drive horribly slow. So, kind of interesting. Anyways, I want to get all my drafting done now, because in the next lap, I've got to set the fastest lap. So, you could pull over and let a whole bunch of people pass. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go forward. I want to catch some draft through the field, because I don't know how hard this is going to be. So I'm going to widen out this last turn to increase my speed as I cross the start-finish line. And so I've got to keep my eyes on my lap time there and keep going. Now what we have to do is keep our eyes above where the, it says 2000 of 2000. Right above that is where the lap times of the competitors should appear. So don't want to finish much faster than we have to. Someone asked me a question here earlier today, and I have not mentioned this yet, that you cannot do bot slowing when you are below recommended PR. All you can do is bot management. So you still want to be finishing as far back as you can and finishing with as little as you have to manage what you did in the first few stages. So if I have a really huge finish, there's no way I can undo the increase of difficulty that just did. So I'm in bot management mode. Now we should see any time. There we go. There's the time that I have to beat. Unless someone does a faster one, but usually that's not going to happen. Usually the first time you see will be the fastest. 131. I know I can pretty easily do a 125, even a 124. So, looking at my clock now, I have no trouble at all. I'm going to switch views because I don't want to pass the finish line any faster than I have to. So here I can just slow down a little bit. Yeah, that's what I want. I want to get right up to the line. And now I better go. So I use that view so I can really see the pavement and see that start-finish line. So I do use different views to my advantage. Some people don't know that, but yeah, I'm not very good racing in like driver view, but I certainly use multiple views. All right, so that one was an easy stage. Ooh, 123.9. Recommended PR is 121.6. Time is 123.9. So, and what do we got here? Okay. Well, we're going to speed this up. It might count me in first place when I cross the line. It might not. I'm not sure. Because I'm not sure, I'm doing this. So you'll have the benefit of seeing what happens, and then you can decide what you want to do with it. Now, because we have degrading tires, don't do any skidding as you're getting towards the start of this next lap. Skidding is going to degrade your tires faster. So just take it easy. No need to hurry. Set up your lap. And now what I was thinking of doing here, see, that's first place car. You can tell because the name doesn't appear. So he should be the fastest bot on the track. I was going to let him get a ways ahead of me and then catch some draft off him to shave off even more time if I needed it, but he's just going slower than I expected. So I'm only going to get a little bit of draft here, and then I'm going to be passing him right away. Like, that amount of draft is just forget about it. If I would have waited until the next straightaway run here, I could have had more of a benefit. Ooh, I didn't optimize that braking point. Well, we're going to see how hard this is. Thankfully, we have no tire degradation. We weren't starting with cold tires, so there's nothing to worry about there. I know full well that I have no trouble taking Copse Corner flat out on this car, so from here until Beckett's Complex, I'm not braking. And the bots do. They're going to brake twice, actually, which is really bizarre to me. but that's what they do. And if you're running with brake assist, even brake assist low, I did a test on this. Brake assist low will brake at Cops Corner. You don't need to. So if you're having trouble with time, boy, it's really hard to learn no assist driving in just a moment. But anyways, I'm just letting you know. Looking at my clock here, I'm not worried. Well, that is getting kind of low. Let's see here. That is getting kind of low. Okay, definitely not going to be slowing down until I get right to that start-finish line, and we'll just see. This will be close. So I didn't optimize a couple of points on the track, but that's not too bad. I think that was 1.8 seconds left, about that. That's pretty good. You might notice there that I probably have 2 driver level ups that I could buy. I'm not going to do that until I have to. I just want to see how hard this is going to get. Okay, don't want to take any risks. 121.6 is recommended PR again. Alright, so again, degrading tires. And it's another stage where we have to set the fastest lap. Now in the last stage, it's kind of what I thought. It made me finish in first place. But I'm going to do it again because I'm just not sure, and you'll get the benefit of seeing what I'm doing. Either way, I still recommend that you don't finish your lap much faster than you have to. So we're going to be keeping our eyes on that part of the right around the car there where the fastest laps will appear, and then that becomes your target. You just want to be under that by a bit. That's bot management. Finish as close as you can to the requirement. Another way you do bot management, if you have to finish first place, have second place really close on your bumper, like as close as you can feel comfortable with. So there I am widening the turn again, so I have maximum speed when I cross the line. I don't know how hard the competition is and how bad my tires are going to get. Remember to keep watching for those times to appear. They could appear at, oh, right there they appear, 1:53.974. Okay. Oh, that's incredibly slow. 1:53.974. Oh, that second time was a bit faster. I think it was 1:53.745. So, well, that's going to be incredibly easy, because I was going substantially faster than that with no tires. Okay, well, no need to push it. I mean, that's so strange. So lots of 153s. I definitely want to be under 153 in case I might have missed a time, just because, you know, sometimes you're really focused on a corner and you just don't really notice the time. So I'm going to do maybe just 150, 151. I don't want to push it even into the 152s. There's no reason to push it that far and risk losing a stage. I'm not going to do that. But I think I'm going to have some time to kill. Let's see here, 110. Yeah, from here I'm only about 16 seconds from finishing a lap. So I don't want to just park the car yet. All this time left on my clock, another 30 seconds. Let's just do a couple of donuts. Carefully do those donuts. Got to worry about going off track and have to worry about traffic. Okay, get out of the way. Switch views to bumper cam is what that is. And I don't want to have you just sit here for the next 12 seconds. I'll go 4 times regular speed. And I'm going to go at 150. There we go. I think that's pretty good. Pretty easy stage. I'm kind of surprised that stage was that easy. But, you know, they don't try to make everything crazy hard for us. Of course not. Then we just, some people would get so frustrated. All right. So this is going to be the last race of stage 5. Now this one is going to seem a little bit confusing. There's 2 things happening in this race. So first things first, we've got a timer, and that's a lot of time because we're already a good 10 seconds into the lap. So part 1 of this stage, of this particular race I mean, is to cross the start-finish line before that timer runs out. Then part 2 starts, and that is to set the fastest lap. So it's kind of interesting. I wouldn't mind having this timer run out more, but I don't know how fast these bots are going to be running. In many prior special events, the hardest race of each stage would be the last one, and sometimes there would be a PR increase, so the bots might suddenly get faster, they might suddenly get more difficult. So I really don't know what I'm facing, and I really can't afford to mess around too much here. So I might hang back a little bit as I get towards the end of this lap, but I really do need to be crossing the start-finish line with maximum speed. And then I just need to watch for the bot times, and I can play around then. But until that point, I really do need to be careful. And actually, you can see here, I'm only going to have a few seconds to spare anyways. Well, more than that, maybe 5. But I'm just going to go for it now. And then I've got some bots that I can draft off of. Yep, so that's going to be an advantage. So this is the scary part. The timer runs out. Don't worry about it. That timer no longer means anything at all. Now you want to be watching above the timer for the bot times. And that's all that matters now. So don't worry about all of this stuff. So if I can catch some draft, I will. And yeah, we'll just see how this goes. We'll tweak it as we go. So at this point, I'm extremely comfortable at Silverstone. I've done the endurance race in the 2019 F1 cars and my Ferrari. I've done that at least 100 times, going over 100 kilometers. It was my chosen farming race. You can actually do all of your daily M dollar earnings in that one race. Although recently I have not been doing that because I need to earn driver XP in this car. So I've been doing a new strategy. I'll make a video on that soon. But I will throw up a link to that endless endurance race I referred to at the end of this video. Now, where are those times? There are those times, 125s. That should be no trouble based on what I've been doing on the other days. I am not concerned. In fact, I might just punch it right through, catch some draft here, and just have a nice finish. Oh, there we go, nicely hooked up for the end. All right, hey, that was a nice day for me, nice stage 5. I went back and double checked, and yes, the last race of stage 5 was PR 121.9. That was an increase compared to 121.6 on the earlier parts of this day. Here are some of the links I was referring to, including the playlist for this event. If you like what you're seeing, please subscribe. Thank you for joining me today, and stage 6, which I think is going to be harder, should be up in about 24 hours.